The team at Technology for Hotels knows how busy you are, so we've created this concise briefing to keep you up to date on key happenings in the hotel industry. Let's dive in. So yeah, this deep dive is really designed for you, leaders in the hotel world. It's a focused, efficient summary of the really impactful stuff happening right now. Our goal is simple: cut through all the noise so you're not just, hearing headlines, but actually staying ahead.
Exactly. We're filtering out the overload to give you insights that are genuinely actionable for your business. We're focusing on those core trends, the major shifts, helping you understand why certain developments matter strategically, not just that they happen.
Okay, great. So let's unpack this. Let's start with some exciting new hotel openings and some significant rebrands that are really shaping the ANZ market. Kicking things off, there's a big Australian debut, Paradox Hotels and Resorts. July 1st, 2025. They're rebranding the historic Radisson Blu Plaza Hotel Sydney. It becomes Paradox Sydney. And this is a pretty significant move, taking over that iconic sandstone building, 27 O'Connell Street, rich legacy, dates way back to 1856.
Wow, yeah. That building's seen a lot. Former newspaper HQ, a bank.
Right. And now Paradox's sixth global spot. They're already in Canada, Singapore, China, Thailand. It's owned by TA Global. It's been since '97 and had that big $13.5 million refurb back in 2015.
So the structure's solid.
Exactly. 354 rooms, modern conference facilities, wellness center, premium dining, the works. And speaking of rebrands, also in Brisbane, the former Quest South Brisbane, it's been sold and just relaunched as Hotel Diana South Brisbane.
Ah, okay. That follows the acquisition by Samdoo Corporation.
Yes, the $26 million deal. They already own the Hotel Diana nearby in Wollongabba, so it makes sense. This one's 62 self-contained studios and apartments. Got those resort style touches, 2 rooftop terrace, pool, gym.
And the location's key there, isn't it? Near South Bank, the hospitals.
Absolutely. And Queen's Wharf Precinct. It's really positioned well for Brisbane's growth, especially with the 2032 Olympics on the horizon. Samdoo's clear about their goal: guest first, personalized experience.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's crucial here, I think, for leaders listening is the strategy behind these moves. Paradox entering Sydney isn't just adding a hotel. It's a bet on brand differentiation in a really mature market. They're banking on a unique identity, not just scale.
Right, trying to stand out.
Whereas Hotel Diana shows how regional players are optimizing existing assets, timing it perfectly with things like the Olympics. It's targeted, localized growth versus maybe a broader expansion speaks volumes about where the money's going.
That's a really sharp distinction. And it leads us perfectly into our next segment, looking at the significant acquisitions and investments that are, reshaping the industry landscape.
Mhm.
Okay, first on the acquisition front, Minor Hotels. They've snapped up Oaks Lake Crackenback Resort.
Ah, the Alpine retreat. Nice pickup.
Yeah, beautiful spot in the Thredbo Valley, right near Kosciuszko National Park. Super close to Thredbo and Perisher ski fields. It's got 110 studios, apartments, villas, chalets, views of the lake, mountains. Great for families, groups, wellness travelers.
And year-round activities too, right? Not just skiing.
Exactly. Skiing, hiking, biking, kayaking, even golf. They've got the gear hire center, spa, indoor pool, dining. And this is the 7th Oaks property they've added just in 2025. So it really underlines Minor's strategic growth in Australasia, particularly leisure.
They're certainly aggressive with the Oaks brand.
Definitely. Now, shifting gears slightly, another major ownership change involves the Hilton Adelaide. It's officially transitioned to Amora Group ownership.
Okay, though Hilton's still running it for a bit.
Yeah, operations continue until June 2026. But Amora Group is already planning a huge $60 million refurbishment.
$60 million, wow.
Led by Cotty Parker Architects. They're updating everything: rooms, dining, wellness, event spaces, the lot. It's a really key milestone for Amora's Australian expansion. Adds to their places in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Southeast Asia.
So they're looking to make a big statement with the rebranded Amora Hotel Adelaide.
It's like it. Blending comfort, high-end dining, business facilities, targeting both corporate and leisure markets. And then, thinking globally, BWH Hotels.
Right.
Wow. Nearly 100 new hotels added worldwide in just the first half of 2025.
100. That's incredible pace.
Isn't it? Key growth areas are Latin America, APAC, the Middle East. They're expanding across all 18 brands and even moving into glamping and extended stay markets. Interesting niches.
Diversifying quite broadly then.
Yeah. And their pipeline is over 200 hotels, aiming for 5,000 properties worldwide. Seems like strong loyalty programs and focusing on high-demand spots are the drivers.
Well, these trends definitely signal strong investor confidence, especially in Australasia, but globally too. Minor's growth with Oaks, Amora's big bet on Adelaide. It shows intent to not just diversify, but really enhance offerings in key markets. But, the BWH expansion, that scale, it raises questions, doesn't it?
Like, how do they maintain consistency?
Exactly. Brand consistency, operational excellence, growing that fast across so many types of properties and regions, it's a challenge. Relies heavily on making those loyalty programs work seamlessly across very different guest expectations.
That's a really crucial point about scale. Makes you wonder. Okay, so with that in mind, let's broaden our view a bit now. Look at the wider currents, key events, market indicators, tech shifts, setting the pace. First up, the No Vacancy 2025 agenda is live. Looks like 2 packed days of insight, innovation, networking for everyone in the Australian hotel and accommodation industry.
Always a key event.
Yeah, 9 specialist summits covering everything revenue, IT, design, marketing, you name it.
Yeah.
Got some big names speaking, like Tash Tobias from Salter Brothers, Sarah Derry from Homeward Bound. Good chance to see the latest tech, meet suppliers. If you're a GM, owner, innovator, it's billed as where the future of accommodation takes shape.
Definitely want to watch.
Meanwhile, across the Tasman, the 2025 Lion Hospitality New Zealand Business Awards just happened in Wellington, hosted by Hospitality NZ. Celebrating excellence across hotels, motels, other accommodation. QT Auckland won Best Hotel. Wangaparo Lodge got Best Motel.
And Craggy Range for the non-hotel motel category.
That's right. But the real standouts seem to be Peekaboo Backyard Eatery. Got Best Cafe, the Sustainability Champion Award, and the Supreme Winner title.
Wow, quite the suite.
Yeah. Richmond Club got the People's Choice. Hospitality NZ really praised everyone for resilience, innovation, community focus, and sustainability.
Good themes to celebrate.
Definitely. Now let's pull back to the macro picture, because the growth numbers for the sector, they paint a really powerful story right now. Both Australia and New Zealand are showing strong hotel sector growth. Tourism recovery, renewed international investor interest, it's all clicking.
The demand is returning.
It really is. Australia's forecast hit 12.1 million international trips by 2028. Hotel construction is booming. Q1 2025 hotel sales doubled year-on-year in Australia. New Zealand hit $250 million in deals already, more than all of 2023 and 2024 combined.
That's significant momentum.
Huge. Investor appetite, franchise models, they're driving this robust outlook. In the economic contribution, Australia's travel and tourism is projected at $314.4 billion by 2025.
That's over 11% of GDP, right?
Yeah, 11.4%, supporting 1.7 million jobs. International visitor spending heading for $39 billion by 2025, potentially over $400 billion by 2035.
Wow.
Tourism is a massive pillar.
Undeniably crucial.
And lastly in this segment, let's quickly touch on tech again. HITEC 2025 in Indianapolis. Over 6,000 attendees, 360-plus exhibitors. The focus was squarely on the next frontier.
AI, automation, all the hot topics.
Absolutely. AI, automation, self-service kiosks, IoT, cybersecurity, unified platforms. We're seeing AI pricing tools for revenue managers, back-office automation. And remember Levee, the AI housekeeping assistant, won both judges and People's Choice at the E20X pitch competition.
Ah, yes, that generated some buzz.
Right. The big theme seemed to be the best tech works behind the scenes, streamlining workflows, empowering teams, ultimately leading to better guest experiences.
It's fascinating how these threads connect. You've got industry events like No Vacancy and the NZ Awards highlighting innovation and sustainability, which feeds into that robust market growth we're seeing in the ANZ numbers. And then HITEC confirms that technology isn't just an option, it's strategically vital. For leaders, the takeaway seems clear. Future growth hinges on adopting tech smartly, prioritizing sustainability, and always enhancing that guest experience.
That's a perfect synthesis. And speaking of strategy and leadership, it's always good to know who's making moves. Let's do a very quick rundown of key personnel updates. Okay, stars in motion. Andrew Slump is the new GM at Quality Resort Sorrento Beach. Ahmed Latif takes on Director of Technology, Innovation, and Data at Four Seasons. Corinne Hurst is Hotel Executive Assistant and Administrator at Lanson Place Parliament Gardens, Melbourne. Margie Stewart appointed Director of Sales and Marketing at Imagine Hotels and Resorts. And Tim Mayo is now JLL Senior Vice President, Mid-Market, Sydney.
Yeah, these moves, while brief to mention, are important. They signify that constant flow of talent and new thinking, which, ultimately drives the innovation and direction we've been talking about, getting the right people in place.
Absolutely. And building on those HITEC points, let's really dive deeper into one area that just keeps coming up, AI in hospitality. Here's where it gets really interesting for how hotels operate and connect with guests. AI really did dominate the conversation at HITEC 2025. And there was this really crucial unified message from industry leaders. AI enhances hospitality. It does not replace the human touch.
That's the key distinction, isn't it? Augmentation, not replacement.
Precisely. We heard this from experts at Inspire, Muse, Bolt Farm Treehouse, Hospitality Technology Consulting, all saying the same thing. They were highlighting really practical ways AI is empowering hotels now. Think more personalized guest experiences, faster check-ins, better upselling, but without being pushy.
Like making you feel more helpful, less salesy.
Exactly. Examples like kiosks that tailor recommendations based on your profile instantly, or chat-driven upsells that suggest a cool local tour instead of just, a room upgrade. AI-assisted guest services are proving to boost satisfaction and revenue. But it's not just guest-facing, right?
No, the internal benefits are huge too.
Right. Reducing staff workload, smoothing out back-office operations. The bottom line is, it gives your teams more time to focus on guests, on those valuable human interactions. So the core message, really relevant for every leader listening, is AI empowers hotels to actually be more human, not less.
Which really prompts a vital question for everyone listening. How are you actively weaving AI into your own operational plans, your strategic thinking? The implications go way beyond just automating tasks for cost savings. It's about elevating that guest experience to be truly personalized, truly efficient. It can really change how your brand is perceived. And crucially, it's about empowering your people, taking away the repetitive stuff so they can focus on empathy, connection, building loyalty, the things humans do best. So consider, where can AI boost your efficiency, pricing, maintenance, scheduling, and how can you use it to free up your teams to deliver that standout human-centric hospitality, that blend of human touch and smart automation that's likely the competitive edge moving forward.
That wraps up this week's 5-Star Weekly Briefing. Thanks for tuning in and staying informed with the latest in the hotel industry.